Hi, it's Lorie Brown with EmpoweredNurses.org, where we empower nurses to speak their mind, stand in their power, and be a change agent to improve patient care. We've been talking about the gifts that nurses have, and if they use those gifts, they can prevent themselves from getting into trouble. The G stands for giving, I for integrity, F for focus and follow through, T for trust, and S is for source. So today we're going to do a really deep dive into what focus and follow through is all about. Because in my experience, this is the #1 area where nurses have trouble. Because frankly, we can't be on 24/7. We get distracted. An emergency happens. We forget about the patient in pain in the other room. Things happen. So it's really important to get focused and to follow through with everything. Just like when we give a pain medication for a patient, we've got to make sure it works. Remember, it's not just the assessing, the planning, the intervening, but we have to follow through and evaluate. Now, I'd like to do a little experiment with you to show you how easy it is for our mind to go on autopilot. And I'm not trying to make you wrong or trick you or anything, but what I am going to do is put a sentence on the screen. And your job is to count how many of the letter F's are in this sentence. Ready? Finished files are the result of years of scientific study combined with the experience of years. Okay, time's up. How many F's did you see? Did you see 2? You're wrong. 3? You're also wrong. How about 4? Wrong again. How about 5? Still wrong. There are really 6 F's in this. Our mind goes on autopilot and we look at the of and we think it's a V and not an F. So there are 3 ofs in there, and that's where a lot of the confusion comes in. So take a look again and see if you can find all 6 F's. I'll give you another example, okay? On the screen. Do you read, I love Paris in the springtime? If you do, you're wrong. There are 2 thes in the I love Paris in the springtime. I know it's freaky and it's surprising and everything else, and you're like, how could I have missed it? But again, it just goes to show you how easily our brain goes on autopilot and how we can miss those subtle clues in our patients, and not because we're not focused or we're not following through. And I don't know about you, if you're focused on this video, you probably were, I'm hoping, and you missed the F or the 2 thes. So think about that as you're going through days. It's really a practice. It's a muscle that needs to be strengthened to focus and follow through. Because after all, that's what nursing's about. We have to follow through and make sure our patients are getting better and getting results from the interventions that we provide. So until next time, use your gifts and have an empowering day. Happy nursing.